Hey friends, do you hear what I hear? That's right, it's the E3 hype train, and I am so excited about what we can expect from Nintendo this year. Hello everyone, I'm Fry64, and it's that time of year. The Electronic Entertainment Expo is right around the corner. So come join me as we make a YouTube video that won't be relevant after 1 week. And this is an amazing time of year. This is where we find out what video game rumors become reality and which ones just fade into the distance. So let's see what we can expect from Nintendo this year at E3. So here's one thing we know for sure that Nintendo is going to talk more about and at least tell us some details on, right? It's the new Nintendo Switch Pro. Is that even what it's called? You know, we're not actually sure. Is the new Nintendo Switch going to be a 4K screen? Maybe it'll have more space on the hard drive? So one thing I want to know for sure when it comes to this new Nintendo Switch Pro is, will certain games run better on it? For example, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity has a lot of frame rates dropped. I wonder if a game like that would play better on this new Switch. Or does something like the new Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 run better or smoother on the new Nintendo Switch Pro? Like, what is the deal? Do they want us to, you know, upgrade our systems and buy it so all these new games that are coming out, like Splatoon 3 or Breath of the Wild 2, will they run better on this new rumored Switch? I'd be very interested with the new hardware if they do announce it at E3, which I'm pretty sure they will. Will they give us the price of the new Nintendo Switch Pro and also the availability or when it comes out? I assume that this sort of new hardware will come out in the holiday season of 2021. Moving on to one of my favorite topics, and that's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Now, this is a very interesting Zelda game because, first of all, we don't really get direct sequels to Legend of Zelda games pretty much ever. And one thing that's interesting about this Breath of the Wild 2, by the way, we don't even know the name. Is it called Breath of the Wild 2? Probably not. It probably has a new title and everything. But one thing we do know, just from the trailer that they released in 2019, giving us a nice teaser of what this Zelda will look like and be, we do know that it looks like this game continues the story as we know it from the first Breath of the Wild. We haven't seen much about this game since that trailer in 2019. So anything goes. This is super exciting, and I think that we're gonna get some news, like a title about this Zelda game. We'll get a title, maybe another trailer, some more information. A lot of people online are saying they noticed that Zelda had a haircut and she has shorter hair, so maybe she's a playable character. I'm not really sure how that works out because it looks like Link has longer hair than Zelda now, so they're not necessarily the same shape, swap or whatever, but people are just speculating that Ganondorf is going to make a return to the franchise and Zelda could potentially be playable. It seems like this new Zelda game is going to use a lot of assets from Breath of the Wild, very similar to the way that Majora's Mask used assets of Ocarina of Time. Again, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is a very good example of a Zelda game getting sort of a direct sequel, but even then, Majora's Mask is a completely different game than Ocarina of Time, even though it takes place after the events of Ocarina of Time. Will we see something like that, like Majora's Mask, like a new game in the Breath of the Wild world, but like completely, you know, different? Time is an element maybe. You never know, like what will they change? Very exciting to even think about the possibilities with Breath of the Wild 2. Now, this is all speculation, but hopefully we get some answers at E3. Moving on, can I get a Woomy? That's right, Splatoon 3. I feel like we saw a lot about Splatoon 3, at least a lot of teased information in the trailer that they released earlier this year. So we know the city is called Splatsville, and it's known as the City of Chaos, which was the winning team between the Order vs. Chaos Splatfest in Splatoon 2. I want to know more. We got a glimpse of the new bow weapon, and we got a glimpse of that crab-shaped auto bomb, which was adorable. We also got a glimpse of that customizable small fry like salmonoid buddy that joins you on your one-player adventure, but maybe also the multiplayer mode as well. So there is a good chance that we will get a glimpse of some Splatoon news at E3, but what I'm interested in seeing is if they will announce a global test fire date for later this summer to play Splatoon 3 for free and test it out, maybe debug some of it, get some feedback from the fans. You know I'm gonna try to jump into some of those rooms. If there's a global test fire, I will wait an hour just to play one game. And I know you will too. Another surefire thing that we're gonna hear about at E3 this year is Smash Brothers DLC characters. You know that there are 2 slots left and we're all super excited just to find out who it's going to be. So this past May in a Famitsu column, Sakurai did debunk the theory or rumor that there might have been a third lot of characters for DLC, but that is not going to happen because Sakurai was talking more about retirement than new characters in Smash. And good for him. The man needs to take a break. He has been working so hard on this game. He said that this game, Smash Ultimate, will be finalizing this year. But sadly for us, we only get 2 more characters. And of course, everybody has their theories on who the last 2 fighters will be. You know what? Your guess is as good as mine, and I think, honestly, nobody really knows what Sakurai and the team at Nintendo has been thinking for new DLC characters. There's so many theories out there. Everybody has their different thing, but I'll tell you what, nobody really predicted Piranha Plant. Even Pyra and Mithra was sort of a surprise. So anything goes when it comes to DLC characters, but of course I have an idea and I have some theories myself. I think, and this is just my opinion, I have nothing really to back it up besides I want these characters just as much as you might want yours. I think that Tails and Dr. Eggman together actually have a chance to make it into Smash because they both could use a mech. It could be one character that has basically a mech suit, and you can choose between Tails and Dr. Eggman. And I could easily see that being the mechanic that brings both these characters into the Smash Bros. Ultimate series. Another character that I think is very interesting, not necessarily my top choice, but also I think they have a very solid chance of getting into the game. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise because a lot of people are actually talking about it today. Crash Bandicoot for Smash. I think that Crash Bandicoot is also an iconic video game character. Came out in 1996. If we have representation of Crash Bandicoot, then I can finally settle the debate with my friends as to which system is better. Is it Sega with Sonic, Nintendo with Mario, or Sony PlayStation with Crash? These 3 have been duking it out since the mid-90s, and we're gonna settle that score at Ultimate in 2021. I would love to see Crash Bandicoot, honestly. I haven't played many Crash games. In fact, I'm more of a Spyro the Dragon fan myself, but it looks like Crash Bandicoot is a little more relevant these days, and kids are picking up Crash left and right with the new games that came out. So I could easily see Crash Bandicoot making it into Smash, and you know what? His moveset is pretty much ready to go, so you know, you've got that spin attack and everything. I mean, Crash is, at this point, Crash is almost a no-brainer. Probably easier to get our hands on Crash Bandicoot than maybe Sora from Kingdom Hearts. As much as I think Sora being in Smash would be amazing and just unbelievable, I think it's sort of just that. It's a little unbelievable. You know, we got Sephiroth and Cloud. They are iconic video game characters, and they're in Smash. I don't know if Sora's gonna make it, but I do hope that he does, because that would just be amazing. But we're running out of room for new characters, so who's it gonna be? I have one more guess that a lot of people are not talking about, but I think this character might have more of a chance than anyone else I've spoken about, because I think Nintendo is getting a little greedy here with their DLC, and it is a very new character to the Nintendo family. This game is being successful. We could see new representation into Smash from the franchise Ring Fit Adventure. That's right, one of the characters could potentially be Ring Fit Trainee. I mean, this character is almost built for Smash already. There's a male and female version. It's a new franchise. They're really trying to push it for health reasons, you know, get up and exercise, play Ring Fit. I've played it myself. It actually is quite fun. It can wear you out though. It is an exercise game. It's so interesting. But I think there's a possibility, and yeah, you can quote me on it, but Ring Fit Trainee jumping on into Smash. But in all seriousness, it doesn't matter who we get in Smash Brothers. Everybody should be really grateful that we have such a huge roster of amazing characters already. I'm pretty sure that your favorite character is already represented in Smash Brothers Ultimate, so please try not to get salty when we find out who the next two fighters are. Just appreciate what you have right now because it's amazing. This game is unbelievable. All the characters, all the different franchises being represented here. There is so much to behold. You really just have to enjoy it for what it is. Sakurai and the team at Nintendo have made an amazing fighting game. It is gonna go down in history as an iconic collection of characters. Nothing like this has ever been done and been so successful. So really just appreciate it for what it is and enjoy the surprise. You know what? Enjoy the feeling you have right now that your character, the character you want so much, has potential at this moment. We don't get this hype all the time, so enjoy it right now. Because I'm telling you, in E3 June, we're gonna hear about both characters and then there won't be any more speculation, there won't be any more rumors, so really enjoy it right now. I think, by the way, we will get two characters this year at E3 in June. I mean, the last time we had a double reveal at E3 was in 2019 where we got Banjo-Kazooie and then Hero. And that was pretty hype right there. So to wrap things up real quick, there are some other things I hope to hear about that I'm just not sure if they're really on the table for Nintendo, but we haven't heard much about Metroid Prime 4. I actually am a huge Metroid fan. It's been a while since I've played a Metroid game just because they're so few and far between. But that franchise needs some love and I would love to find out some more information about what is happening with Metroid Prime 4. I need to know. Another game I'm very excited to hear something about is Bayonetta 3. I was a little late to the Bayonetta hype train because I didn't play Bayonetta 1 and 2 until I found out that she was a character in Smash Brothers. Then I went back and I played those games and I enjoyed them. Both Bayonetta games, 1 and 2, are just phenomenal games. The story is fun, it's over the top, I love it. I would love to see a Bayonetta movie someday because I feel like that sort of action needs to be in a theater, but I want to play the game. I would love to know more about Bayonetta 3. We also got some really random rumors just a few weeks ago, like some sort of Donkey Kong 3D game, like Mario Odyssey, but with Donkey Kong. Hey, I'm down for that. Just let me know if that's happening. Also, is there talk of a new WarioWare game? Why isn't WarioWare on Switch? I love WarioWare games. They're so fun. They're amazing party games. Wario games make me laugh out loud with my friends. It's unbelievable. The games are silly and ridiculous. Can we get WarioWare on the Switch? Also, it is Zelda's anniversary. I don't know if you forgot. I would like to see more Zelda stuff, please. I'm a huge Zelda fan. Come on, give me something. So I'd like to see some Animal Crossing update with Zelda items, just like we got with Mario. So one thing I'm excited about that is a possibility with, let's say, a Zelda All-Stars game. The company Grezzo made Miitopia, this game for the 3DS. They also just recently ported that game over to the Nintendo Switch. Do you know what other games Grezzo worked with to bring them to the Nintendo 3DS? That's right, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. These games were made for the Nintendo 3DS, and hopefully it would be an easy port just to bring them over to the Nintendo Switch, the same way they did with Miitopia. Nintendo, you've done it before on the GameCube. Give me these games again. I already have them, but give them to me on the Switch. If you guys are not aware, these were collector's items. They were promotional for like the Wind Waker. By the way, it has Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. as a playable game, as well as Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Very amazing. Why am I not playing this right now? What? There it is. So can I get this on Switch? Can I get this on Switch? Please? Maybe just up to HD or something? Can I just, you know? Thanks. I'll be waiting. I'll be over here waiting. All right, everybody, that about wraps it up for the Nintendo E3 hype train. It is under a week away and I am so excited. I hope you can feel the excitement from me as well. We'll see how this video plays out in a week or two when E3 is over, and are my predictions way off? Was I close? Did I predict something? I don't know. We'll find out, but you know what? I hope you guys are enjoying the content here, and I hope that you're enjoying E3 as well. This sort of event gives me life. I love it. I am so passionate about video games, and this is just a great time of year. We're gonna get so much good content. Focus on the good, forget the bad, and let's have a good E3, everybody. I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Peace.